Wow, every time I look at that progress bar, it's unmoving. It has barely moved. Sorry, we're not open yet. Oh, Neil! You come very early today. Is there anything I can help you with?
There is definitely something that you can do.
What is it?
Can we work here?
Excuse me, what? You want a job?
Is it possible for us to work here?
Why?
We have learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth. And Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. It blows our mind to learn that you need to mix between verbal and non-verbal communication here.
Yes, but I can see that your communication skill has improved an awful lot since you arrived.
That is true. But it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we have learned. We learned them here. This made us think. Instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly.
Sounds like a good strategy.
That is why we asked you to allow us to work here.
Because you want to interact with our customers?
That is correct.
I'm not sure about this. Neil, normally if you are applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through certain processes before you finally get the job, if you get it at all.
Oh.
Let me think this over if you don't mind. And I'll let you know tomorrow.
Oh, no. We are sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today.
May I know why?
Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you!
But with one condition. You won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. Once I'm done, you will give the cup to the customer.
Understood.
There are other things you need to keep in mind.
What is that?
Dealing with the customers. Some people come here just to chill. They might come just for a drink, work, or to read something. I strongly suggest you let them be. But always be prepared if they want to talk about anything.
How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not?
That won't be easy. But you'll be able to judge based on their body language.
Non-verbal signs?
Yeah, exactly.
That will be very hard for us.
Indeed. Don't worry. I'll give you a sign. When you should start talking. Or when you should stop.
Thank you. We will need that so much.
Well, that's basically all you need to do here.
Do we need a special outfit to do the job?
Not really. I'll lend you an apron though, to help keep your suit clean. And to differentiate you from the customers. You don't really need more differentiation. But it'll make you look more legit for the job.
That is a very Earthling thing to do.
It is. All right then. Are you ready for this?
We are.
Okay. Let's start the night. Neil is so cute. Neil is so stinking cute. I know, Toad. I feel the same. I love when Neil does the little fingers. Oh my god, and Neil's the one that's saying welcome. Freya is so flabbergasted by this development. Holy wow. What the hell is happening?
Good evening, Miss Freya.
Hey, Oyster, what's going on here? Well, Neil is working here tonight. And I thought I was the one who brought bad news. I never thought thought this place would be ground zero for an alien invasion. Ha, it's not that. Neil is just helping out. You've never looked like someone who needs help.
There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. First, our mission was never about conquering Earth. In fact, it is the other way around. Second, judging from the situation, we are actually the person who is getting help from the barista, not the other way around.
What?
We have learned some things since we arrived, and we came to the conclusion. Before starting another breeding mission, we should learn more about how Earthlings communicate. We thought this place was the best to learn.
And you just agreed to this? On one condition. I make the drinks. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate. Fair trade. What's in it for you then? What? You're helping them here. What do you get in return?
Now that you mention it, if there's anything you want from us, please do not hesitate to ask.
Don't mention it. Well, maybe you can be my next story. I can write an article about your work here. Freya. If I still need to write for the paper again. What happened? The chief found out. Oh. Is that why you didn't come yesterday? Yes. How did she find out? You remember my fateful meeting with the higher up? In the elevator? Yes. The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other in the lift. And the higher up mentioned our encounter to her. The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance lately. She didn't like it, of course. Sorry to hear that. What are you going to do now? Write the goddamn novel, I guess. And after that, hope that it sells well. If not, I don't know. That's a risk.
We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya, but we feel the immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house.
Huh? You allowed to do that?
We will pay for the drink.
No, it's okay. It's on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Neil.
That was the best thing to do according to our senses.
It was.
So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya?
Your favorite.
Our favorite?
Anything. I trust you with the decision. I mean, if we're gonna go with Neil's favorite, then it's the Milky Way one. But if we go with Freya's favorite, it's just espresso. I don't know if Freya likes this at all, because Freya's just a coffee person, and this has absolutely no caffeine in it. Well, she did ask for Neil's favorite, so let's make it. It's Neil's hand! Oh my god, look! Neil is the one that's serving the drink!
Here is your drink, especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop.
Well, who else is going to brew it? Thank you so much for this. I always wondered why your place only served hot drinks. But today I might have an idea why. How far along are you with the novel? I can prepare the draft in a few days, I think. Now that I don't really need to care about other deadlines. And if I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity into my blood, it sounds doable. Even without the caffeine infusion.
Excuse me, Miss Freya. We have learned extensively about Earthlings' bodies, about all the races. And we do not think infusing your blood with coffee would be advisable.
I'm sorry, Neil. I'm not really in the mood for this sort of conversation.
It was just...
Neil. Freya wasn't serious about infusing herself with coffee.
Oh. We are glad to hear that then.
How was a figure of speech, Neil?
Ah, we have heard about that term. It is still very hard to understand your language.
It will always be hard. Languages will keep on changing.
Understood. At least we are here now to learn the basics of how Earthlings communicate. Miss Freya, if we may ask.
Ask away.
How fast do you write?
Not fast enough, apparently.
But do you have numbers?
Numbers?
How many words do you produce per day?
I don't think I have the exact number. But full-time, I should be able to write between 3,000 to 5,000 words per day.
Oh, little kitty.
Aw, that's so sweet, Toad. Your kitty's so cute. And that's a lot. That's raw. After that, I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote.
According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is between 50 and 100,000 and 100,000.
That's right. But for this draft, I don't need to write that much.
That is a pleasant information to hear. How many words do you need to write?
Let's see. I think it should be around 15,000 words. That's pretty big for a pitch draft. Well, it's GRA Media, the biggest publisher around.
If we count based on the numbers of words, it seems like you will be able to achieve your target easily.
I wish. Writing isn't only about the number of words, Neil. It requires things outside the mere word count. If we only judged writers by their ability to write a large number of words, then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories.
That is pretty hard to understand. But we learned beforehand that art is a difficult matter, even for Earthlings.
Yep.
Earthlings seems to have a fascination for things which are hard to understand, from languages to arts.
Right again. But you're not wrong about writing, you know. Word count is one of the few things you can objectively judge a story by. It's not the most important thing, but it's still up there.
So, it is still a valid parameter?
Definitely.
Cool.
That didn't sound at all like you, Neil. I guess you really are learning something on Earth. Ooh, who's it gonna be?
Oh, another guest.
Hey, it's Myrtle! Oh my god, remember how Neil hit on you?
Good evening, Miss Myrtle.
Myrtle's like, are you seeing this shit? I won't even ask. Except for one thing. Who's making the drinks? I'm still the one responsible for that. Good. Coffee with a little bit of ginger, please. Alright, coffee with some ginger. You got it. Actually, what did you have last time? I don't remember what you had last time. I feel like you had something specific. You had, Oh, Oh, okay, so it is this. I still love how it's Neil that's serving it. So cute.
Your order is ready.
Not bad. Thanks.
You are welcome. What brings you here today, Miss Myrtle?
Psst, Neil, some people come to a coffee shop just to sit without being disturbed.
Oh, that definitely seems to fit Miss Myrtle's visits here.
Actually, I'm not here to just sit without being disturbed. Huh? Pardon us. I was just training Neil on how to talk with the customers here. I can see that. You're still trying to get laid?
Oh, no, we are not. We are tasked with learning how Earthlings communicate with each other.
Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. One suggestion, if you want to blend in with us, stop using such formal language. Start talking the way we talk. Start listening the way we listen. Which essentially is not really listening at all.
That would be very difficult to achieve, but we will try. Step by step.
One small step for you might be one giant leap for your kite.
That was nicely said, Miss Freya. By the way, Miss Myrtle, now that we know you are not here for your usual activities, are you here for someone then?
Yeah. Oh, is it Aqua? Uh-huh. What's the occasion? No special occasion. It's just... is that Aqua? Is that Aqua? It's Aqua! Aqua!
I'm sorry. I'm late. I was supposed to arrive early, but... what is this? What is happening here? I already told the barista to call the cops when he said he was gonna be breed here. Where is Oyster?
Miss Aqua, please relax. I'm here.
Oh, you're safe.
Everything is fine.
Okay. Please let me take a breath.
Here, please drink this water. Feeling better now?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It is all right, Miss Aqua. Everyone has been surprised to see me here.
What are you doing here anyway?
We are starting to think that we might need to make a recording for the answer to this question.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
No problem, Miss Aqua. It is time for our break anyway. So here is the deal.
So Neil's taking a break. That's really interesting. Very nice of you to do this, Oyster. It's nothing, really. But do you really think one day is enough to learn everything?
Definitely not. But we do not want to disturb this place's business for any longer.
As if this place cares about business.
Besides, we want to travel around the planet more. This coffee shop is a good start. But we cannot limit ourselves to just this place.
Where do you want to go after this?
Coachella!
It took a second in everyone's face. What? What are you going to do at Coachella? Or Couchella?
According to our research, there are many breedings happening during Coachella.
God damn it, Neil.
That is why we decided that the event will be our next target.
Well, you're not wrong. But didn't you say the baby has to be born out of love?
Yes, we noticed that. But we also noticed that we need to know a lot more about Earthlings, including the breeding manners. That is what we will study at Coachella. After that, we will be very ready to breed with so many female Earthlings.
I shouldn't say this, but hell. That sounds like the best plan you've had since you've got here.
We know. We also surprised ourselves. But please, Miss Freya, let us stop talking about our plan. We work here today. First, let us return to our spot behind the bar.
All right, back to work, Neil.
So, our discussion with Miss Myrtle was stopped abruptly.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are you two doing together?
It's nothing. We're just friends, you know?
Sure. That's definitely the face of just friends. Do I need to bring out the sign? Aqua? We just want to hang out and talk about our work. We both work in the same field, remember?
Yes, that's it. I don't have much experience in game development, you see.
I thought your research was in computer graphics?
Yes, but I've never made a game from scratch before. I was always a bystander. So, I've been asking Myrtle for feedback from time to time. Today, I wanted to thank her directly. But she arrived first. So, I couldn't buy her a drink.
Never mind that. I'd refuse it anyway.
But...
wait. If you want to thank her directly, does that mean you're done with the game?
Excuse me, Miss Freya. It should be your, not your.
How do you even... It's spoken! How did you make that distinction, Neil? This just turned very meta. Oh, so you are correcting my grammar now, huh? It was a slip of the tongue, okay? I'm sorry. How did you even pick up on that anyway? It's not like what I'm saying is written down anywhere. We are getting very meta.
We just know.
Back to you, Aqua. So, you're done with your game? There's quite a lot of things I need to polish and fix, but players can enjoy the experience from start to finish. What kind of feedback do you give people for a video game? That depends on the game. But in Aqua's case, most of my advice was about the pacing, control, and the UI UX. Oof. It must be fun to have finished working on your creation. It surely removed some of the weight off my chest. Just to replace it with another weight. You mean there's still more to come after you're done? I'm not done with my book. I just lost my job. And if I can't finish this draft in time, I'm done. Unload much, Freya? And even after that, if it doesn't sell well, I'm even more done. Doubly done. I'm sorry to hear that, Freya, but please be more confident. I'm even starting to doubt myself. I read some of your short stories, you know. After our first meeting, I subscribed to the Evening Whispers app. And then I read some of the stuff you wrote. Speaking of, I don't think I read the one for today. Yeah, I didn't read the one for today. Oh, we'll read it Should we read it? We'll read it now. We'll read it now. The Only Reason to Learn How to Fly by Freya Fatima. It happened again, I told her as I exhaled smoke. What? I took the train once to get here and fell in love twice. Not this again, she sighed, looking like she wanted to stub her own cigarette out on my face. I just can't help it. She said nothing. It's way easier, you know? Seeing someone from afar, letting your imagination roam as you daydream about how he or she lives, ignoring the fact that what you see is not the way they really are. It's way easier. Is this a continuation of the previous one? I think we, there was another one that was... This one! This one, the one about the anxious boy and his love stories on public transport. It reminds me of that one. You can't keep doing this to yourself. You know you need something real. I mean, this might be a stupid suggestion, but you're still using that dating app, right? Try to be more open-minded while you use it. I agree. Good. I agree that it was a stupid suggestion. She looked pissed. I couldn't blame her. It's not like this was the first time we talked about this. In fact, this conversation tended to happen around once a season. You need to stop overthinking, go out, and stop putting impossible expectations on people. You know I can't do that. I've tried. I get overexcited at any opportunity. And how's that served you so far? Now I was the one who said nothing. I'm afraid, I said. Of what? Of what will come after. I'm afraid that even if I find the right person for me, the people around me won't accept them, whoever they are. Well, fuck the people around you. Another stupid suggestion. I could be jailed for that? Okay. She took a long drag of her cigarette and narrowed her eyes at me. What happened to you recently? Huh? You don't usually overthink quite this much, so something must have happened. The truth is, something did happen. Something too silly to even be discussed. But she knew me. She knew about my problems. So I told her. I watched a stand-up comedy show. Seriously? It's true. I watched one of my favorite stand-up comedians. I knew he'd recently got married to someone he loves, someone I thought was very similar to him. All this time, I thought he took the easy way out, finding someone who'd quickly be accepted by the family he was born in and the family he's about to make. But it turned out, his journey was far from easy. There were hardships I never knew he faced, and when he talked about it, it scared me. Why? The fact that I'll have to deal with it someday. The fact that I might have to choose between... At least when I see people on the train and imagine a life with them, those imaginary people don't create these kinds of problems. They do create a different problem, though. She's right. You know, sometimes I feel like I want to go to the tallest building in the city and just jump, I said. To die? That's not to fly, you fool. Because if that really happened, all the things that are scaring me won't matter. I can fly! Why the hell would I still care about all these boring everyday problems? Ain't that the dream, weirdo? She said as she lit another cigarette, leaving the discussion unresolved until it comes back around with the spring rains. Huh. That's cool. Some of these stories just kind of feel like normal conversations, but that normal conversations that kind of give you some insight on different types of people. Alright, back to Aqua. Then I read some of the stuff he wrote. They're really good, you know. Some of them are better than others. But it's still an enjoyable experience to read them. And I'm excited to check out your book once it's done. You're too kind, Aqua. What you're going through is more or less the same as what Myrtle's going through. So I'm sure you'll both be fine. Ugh. You don't have to talk about it in front of other people. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just that
Sharing is caring, you know?
You're a disaster, I love you. Okay, okay. Thank you for helping me share with other people.
I really am sorry.
I know, I said thanks already, right?
But you put so much emphasis on share. That's sarcasm, I know that.
Ugh. Aqua. I'm sorry if it sounded that way. But yeah, I kinda get what you're dealing with. Although it's a bit different for me. What's your problem? Burnout. Felt. I've been working on something for 2 years straight, but no one outside the office knows about it. Those who do don't seem to appreciate it at all. I thought Full Metal Conflict had a new game every 2 years. Yes. I don't really work on them. Not directly. So what do you work on? A secret project. I'll tell you under Frenda. Is that supposed to be like friend version of a non-disclosure agreement? What? Alright. I'm not with the paper anymore anyway. I'm part of a special team. Oh, are you like on an esports team? Oh, no, never mind. We're tasked with making a breakthrough in the studio. We need to be able to make a prototype for the new IP. Or worst case, another FMC game in a different genre. Isn't that a dream job for some people? Huh. That's what I thought. At first. You're a writer, right? Imagine being a writer, but you can't publish anything you write. For years. That doesn't sound like a pleasant situation at all. My team has been making pitches. Dozens of them. Hundreds, thousands. Out of all of these countless pitches, only a handful got approved for prototyping. And so far, none of the prototypes have been approved. Ouch. There's only 7 of us on the team. The 7 samurai, that's what they said. So you haven't released anything for the last 2 years? Sometimes our team works to support others. When they're going through a crunch cycle, they need to hit an almost impossible target. We jump in. No wonder you folks are considered the 7 samurai. I guess, yeah.
By the way, Myrtle, I just realized.
What?
Usually, developers get their vacation time after finishing a project, right?
More or less, yeah.
When was the last time you had a vacation?
Before I joined this company, I guess.
That's like 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Dude, no wonder you're so burned out. That was such a determined face. That was so cute. Yes, that's why. You need a vacation.
But I can't just take one.
You can. In fact, you will do it tomorrow.
But tomorrow is...
I'm not done yet. You will take tomorrow, the day after, and another day after off.
But where should I go?
Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
I bet they're going to Coachella. I bet that's where they're going. I bet everyone's just gonna conglomerate. Everyone's gonna show up to the show. Rachel's gonna be so happy. You will?
I'm going with you for this long weekend vacation.
What about Max West?
That's not this weekend. Forget about it for now.
Hey. Oh, okay. But I can't do it tomorrow. How about starting Friday? It's still a long weekend getaway, right?
All right. I'm so excited. Look at them, they're so cute together. I love them.
Wow, Aqua. You look like a different person.
Really? I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, it's settled then. I need to go home now and prepare for our getaway.
I'll come with you.
To my apartment?
No, we'll walk together to the bus stop, just like last time.
Oh, okay then. Everyone, see you next week, okay?
Have fun. Take care out there.
May you find joy during your vacation.
They are the cutest. Myrtle! Myrtle, you better take care of her! See you folks later. Oh my god, that's so cute. They're adorable. I love them so much. Vacation, huh? You definitely need one, Freya. I know, but not now. I've got to finish this draft first.
As we have said before, you can do it, Miss Freya.
Thanks, Neil. Anyway, are you going to close anytime soon? Depends. Why? I'm in the mood for some writing. And please, take your time. You sure? Do you want another drink to be going on with? Still on the house. I definitely won't say no. Alright. Onwards to the next day. October 2nd. Oh. The Evening Whispers is with the people for stricter gun laws. Okay. New, healthier Fury sedative might be available sooner. Oh, that's great! That's good news. Action video game Rising Hell blamed for violence in school. Oh, it's Bailey's! Evening. Am I the first customer tonight? You are. That's new. You looking for someone? Freya's not here. She said she's coming later tonight. Got something to do with meeting some fellow writer friends. Why not do it here? It's her favorite place, right? Her friends have visited this place from time to time, just not as much as her. Writers gathering, huh? I wonder what writers talk about when they're hanging out. I've known them for years now. She has this habit, you know? If she's said they're friends, it means they're just hanging out normally. But if she said they were writer friends, they're probably talking about work. Either giving each other feedback on their latest drafts, or sharing and validating ideas. Interesting. They even use code words for meeting up. Oh, it's not like that. She doesn't even realize that's what she says. I just picked up on it. That's even more interesting. Are you always so observant? It's part of the job. Why is that? People come here every day. Some of them aren't as talkative as others, but their body language can be loud and clear. It can tell you a lot of things, whether they need a friendly ear or just want to be alone. It applies to what they're ordering as well, because, you know, sometimes what people want is not what they need. That's deeper than I would have thought. So, what are you reading from me now? I won't say. Why? That would break the charm. Lose all the magic, Baileys. The hell was that? I guess I can say this much. Whatever I say or do to our customers, it's always related to what I'm getting from their body language. Including our interaction now. Including our interaction now. Man. Now I see why you didn't want to share. Even that was enough to make me feel like I'm naked in front of you. By the way, I haven't ordered anything. What are you having? Hot chocolate. With ginger and cinnamon. I heard that's a good drink for a bitter heart. Aw, a bitter heart, huh? What's going on? It's probably something to do with Lua, huh? I wonder if they ended up talking at all. Oh, look at the little sign. It's a little heart. Here you go. You're a pretty romantic person, huh? Spending extra time decorating this drink? Only for the special people and special drinks. Say, Oyster, tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Anything. How old are you? Old enough to open a coffee shop. Oh man. I guess I should say sorry for asking that. It's alright. But that's the only answer I can give. Now you're making me wonder what I should ask next. Why are you asking me questions? Oh my god, you look awful! Freya, what happened? What happened to you? Why are you both looking at me like that? Freya, you look horrible. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to echo our dear barista here. Yeah, you do. What happened? You'd be better asking what didn't happen, because the answer would be proper sleep and decent progress on my draft. You need to rest. And miss my deadline? Hell no. Sorry, Baileys. I won't be able to keep you company, because I have to finish this thing. And for that, I'll need a whole hell of a lot of espresso. Are you sure about that? You really should just rest. Get something to help you sleep. Espresso. Please. Oh no. Oh no. Listen, we can make a choice here. We can make a choice here. I could give her this bed chamber to make her sleepy. I think that's really what she needs. We just had this conversation with the Baileys about people having something that they want and something that they need. And I kind of feel like Freya just needs some sleep. All right. I'm making a decision here. I'm making a decision. I'm gonna give her this bed chamber because I really feel like what Freya needs is some good sleep. I really just feel like she needs some good sleep. Here you go. What the hell, dude? This isn't even coffee. Drink. But this isn't what... Drink. Okay. It's on the house. It better be. How was the meeting? It was pretty good. I got a lot of good advice. But that also means things. And not a small number of them, mind you, need to be rewritten. Oh. It's not that bad. Rewriting is part of the process. It's just gonna use my normal corner. Oh, thanks to your drink. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to stay awake or not. She looks horrible. She does. But don't worry about her. She'll finish it. This isn't the first time she's acted like this. No. But this time the stakes are pretty high. So, what brings you here today? I'm not even sure myself. I had no plan tonight, and this place just came to mind. Out of the blue. I'll have to thank your subconscious then. I guess you should. Oh! 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 Drama! Alright, hold on. Before I keep going, I need to check this. Oh, so there are still stories even though she's not working for them anymore. Happily Ever After, Ever After, Ever After, Part 1. Oh, this is a long one. This is gonna be a long one. Do I want to grow old with you? No, I don't want to do that. But I do want to be with you, here in this moment, stuck in eternal limbo, in an infinite loop of this exact hour. Forever? Hell yeah, I do. It's probably the last time Romeo remembers having a real meaningful conversation with Juliet. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, dear readers. Just like any story, this one also has a beginning, and it begins with an introduction. Romeo is a young man of 20. He comes from a quite conservative, but not yet out of touch family. In other words, they're just like almost every other family in the world. He hates the name his parents gave him. He hates it even more knowing that his life so far is fulfilling all the cliches of his fictional namesakes. Falling in love with a girl named Juliet is really just the icing on the cliched cake. Juliet is a woman of 20, a young woman of 20. She also comes from a quite conservative, but not yet out of touch family. In other words, they're also just like almost every other family in the world. She loves the name her parents gave her, although she hates the fact that her life so far is fulfilling half the cliches of her fictional namesakes. Falling in love with a boy named Romeo is unfortunate, but she has no plans to die stupidly for it. Both of them study at the same university, and they're definitely not the type of people who'd naturally choose to be friends. Fate, however, in the form of a hip young lecturer with an over-enthusiasm for assigning group projects and an unfortunate sense of humor, is what brings them together. A simple group assignment is what introduces our young Romeo and Juliet to each other. Even after their first fated meeting, and the many, many more meetings required to finish the assignment, there's no sign that Romeo means anything more to Juliet than a friendly acquaintance she's spent a lot of time in the library with. Nor, honestly, does she mean that much more to him. In fact, after she made an ill-judged joke about the literacy elephant in the room, she probably means significantly less. But as time goes on, and as the group assignments keep coming without the lecturer ever assigning new partners, Romeo and Juliet become closer. They both begin to see things in the other that they hadn't noticed before. Though for Romeo, that fact is rather frightening. How could I fall in love, or how could I fall for somebody like her, and named Juliet no less? I can't accept it. My mind's just playing tricks on me. Again and again, around and around, his thoughts chase themselves whenever he sees her. The day is Monday, and Romeo has a class he needs to attend. However, something is different. Normally a relatively anxious fellow, he finds going to a class requires a lot of willpower. Today, however, he finds himself hurrying to get there. He knows why, of course, but he refuses to admit it to himself quite yet. The first thing Romeo does when he opens the door to look at a specific table, the table where Juliet always sits, to his unacknowledged disappointment, the table is empty. Fuck, mutters Romeo under his breath. He doesn't curse because Juliet is not there, of course, Rather, he curses because noticing this was the first thing he did upon entering the room. After sitting in his usual place, Romeo reopens his book and begins reading. Every time someone opens the door, Romeo turns immediately to look and quietly whispers a curse again. He is not cursing because he is disappointed. It is not Juliet who enters. He is cursing because he turned to look. More angry at himself. A few minutes before the class begins, Juliet finally arrives, announcing herself and her friend with a praying laugh as she does so. That sound used to be one of the most annoying sounds in the world, at least as far as Romeo was concerned, but today it brings a small smile to his face. Fuck, curses Romeo again after he realizes he just smiled at the sound. Is Romeo in love? He probably is, but he doesn't want to admit that. Falling in love with Juliet is dangerous. Extremely dangerous. They come from completely different backgrounds. They have different skin colors, and they worship different gods. He has no problem with interracial relationships, of course he doesn't, but he never expected it to happen to him. This simply will not do. I need to talk to you. Romeo looks up. Juliet is standing over his table. Her jaw is set, but her eyes are worried, and he completely forgets all about his own problems. What's up? He asks. Can you keep a secret? It's really important. Sure, I guess I can. Good enough, because I really need to talk to someone about it. So Juliet sits down and begins telling her story to Romeo. She talks about the problems she's been facing over the past few months, how they affect her study, about how he's not the first person she's talked to about this, on and on. Romeo listens to every word. Eventually, Juliet stops talking and sits quietly. Romeo thinks that she looks somehow lighter than she did before she began talking. He doesn't know how to react to what she told him. He tries giving her some advice. Really stupid advice, he thinks as soon as he said it. But he believes it's probably much better than just listening and nodding and watching her walk away. He doesn't think he wants her to walk away from him. He thinks about this. One thing is for sure, Juliet trusts Romeo as a friend. They've shared a secret now. Even though Juliet has shared the same secret with others before him, this still makes Romeo happy. So damn happy. How pathetic am I? Being happy because someone I like came and told me she's not? Romeo thinks and then shakes his head like a dog shaking off water. After sharing everything she had wanted to share, Juliet starts talking about lighter topics. Soon, they're joking freely. The dark mood of earlier almost completely dissipated. Just before Juliet leaves, Romeo asks her something. Why did you tell me all that? Well, I don't really know. I think I can trust you. And you're one of those rare few people who can talk to people directly without sugarcoating everything. It's refreshing. She shrugs. I guess that's why. What Juliet said is true, but Romeo finds it amusing that even though he normally speaks directly to everyone he knows, he can't do that with Juliet. He is not himself when she's around, or so he believes. After that conversation, Romeo falls even more helplessly in love with Juliet. It's stupid, he thinks, as someone who rarely falls so hard for anyone. But Juliet is driving him crazy, and the fact that she makes him feel the closest thing to love he's felt in years, yet a big wall of cultures, norms, and other societal traditions stands between them, hurts him even more. That is, of course, if Juliet is even into him anyway. As weeks go by, Juliet and Romeo become closer. They start telling each other stories more often, but all of these stories are limited to their courses, their friends, and anything at all besides their feelings for each other. She's not into me, she's just an extrovert, she's friendly with everyone, Romeo keeps thinking. And it's when he's thinking about that suddenly Juliet comes and sits at his table. So, you said you want to tell me something. It's true. He's already sent a message to Juliet telling her he wanted to talk about something. Wow, diving straight in. It's nothing all that important, actually, says Romeo. Come on, it's not like you to be so indirect about things. What's wrong with you, boyo? Boyo? Who are you, Skelly? Romeo actually called Juliet to talk about her attitude recently. She's been weird, at least in Romeo's eyes, and it feels like she's getting further away. removing herself from many student activities she'd usually partake in. Juliet answers all of his questions, all his thoughts and concerns about how she seems to be removing herself from all other side activities she manages to shrug off or easily explain. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm obsessing over every single thing she does, thinks Romeo, while a pit opens up in his gut at the thought. Is that all? Anything else you want to say? She questions him. Fair is fair, after all. Do you know that I used to like you? The words came out from Romeo's mouth out of the blue. He's horrified. Even as he recognizes that it's a lie, he still likes her now. He doesn't even know why he decided to confess his feelings right at this random moment. Never mind why he confessed with half a lie. It wasn't planned at all. But when he heard Juliet say, "Anything else?" Well, it's definitely one thing Romeo has been planning to say to Juliet for the last few thousand eons, or as normal humans measure time, since around 8 months ago. Juliet shows a flash of surprise and then says, "No, I had no idea at all." Why? Why what? Why do you like me? Or did you like me? I mean, there must be a reason. Oh, of course there is. Romeo opens his mouth to tell her and pauses. He blinks slowly and closes his mouth again. Or not. I don't know. I think there is, but I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I'm talking gibberish. Juliet does not respond to that. Romeo doesn't even dare to look at her directly, but he can see out of the corner of his eyes that she looks dumbfounded. He takes a breath and opens his mouth again, hoping for a lightning strike, divine inspiration, or instant death. He isn't picky. Okay. I see you as a really strong person, okay? You have a big girly side, but you're also a really strong, independent person. Okay, I get the girly part, but what makes you think I'm strong? Well, just look at how you work with all of your assignments and organizations. I definitely could never deal with everything as well as you do, ever. Oh, come on. Everybody has something they're good at. You can do things I can't, and that's pretty normal, you know? I know, but still, I'm not sure. That's probably what attracts me to you the most. When he says that, Romeo tries looking at Juliet, just for a moment. He saw a twitch of a smile on her lips, but dared not to even hope. He ascribes it to his imagination instead. So, what's next then? Asks Juliet. To be honest, I don't know. I said this because I can't keep hiding it forever. I needed to say it to you, even though I know it's impossible for me to ask you out, considering all the differences between us. Juliet pauses. Oh, of course. You don't need to say anything, though. I just needed to get it out of my system. That's all I wanted to say. Well, okay then. I have something else to do. You don't have anything more to say, right? Yes, that's all. Juliet nods and says goodbye, then quickly walks away. After Juliet leaves, Romeo lets out a heavy sigh. Good work there, that's one. Hell of a lot of old baggage I just let go, and a whole lot of new baggage I replaced it with. Here's an interesting fact about our Romeo. During the whole conversation, he hadn't been able to keep himself from shaking. It's an old habit that he just can't let go of. To his relief, they'd been sitting during the whole conversation so he could hide his tremor. Still, even though he feels intense relief after telling Juliet about his feelings, his hands are still trembling. He has to wait a couple of minutes before he can walk away himself. So now, after Romeo's long-awaited but ultimately useless confession, what's next for our Juliet and her Romeo? Funnily enough, neither she nor Romeo ever mention it again, at least not to each other. Romeo did eventually tell some of his friends about his feelings for Juliet. But what about Juliet? Romeo didn't know anything about how she was coping with this revelation. He expected that she'd probably told some of her friends, as he had told his, but that doesn't even matter, he tells himself. We're not meant for each other anyway. Watching from the outside, nothing seems to change between them. They still talk about their classes, about their friends, about shows they've watched and books they've read, but they never ever mention again the time that Romeo revealed his feelings to Juliet. Yeah, this is like a Romeo and Juliet story, like set in modern day. It's interesting, actually. I'm kind of into it. It's long, but I'm kind of into it. At first, Romeo had thought that confessing his feelings would mean letting go of a big boulder inside his heart. As it turned out, it only transformed the boulder into a restless rock monster, asking for more. Eventually, he realizes letting Juliet know about his feelings isn't enough. He needs to have her. He wants to hold her tight, wants to stare into her eyes and tell her he loves her to Pluto and back. He wants to hear her say, "I love you too." He wants to kiss her, wants to run away with her to a place where no one cares about their differences and just sees them as a cute couple in love. He wants to do all good things in life together with her. And more than anything on this earth, he simply wants her. The feeling is killing him. How could she be acting normally after that revelation? Does it mean his feelings mean nothing to her at all? The peak of his emotions comes one day when our hero is falling asleep. Suddenly, his body is drenched in sweat, his heart beats too fast, and his thoughts only run to one thing, Juliet. He wants, nothing so prosaic. He needs Juliet. He doesn't care about anything else, about the traditions, about their families, about anything. There's only one thing he needs to do tomorrow, and that is to confess his feelings again to Juliet. This time, however, he is going to ask her out. If she feels the same way, he will ask her to just give it a try and fight the world together. He resolves that he is going to take a leap of faith, and it will be the first thing he does the next time they meet. Dude, Freya! Freya, that's so good! You did so great! Listening to Pumpkin Spice since I was a wee lad. Oh, maybe I should have gone with like an Ireland accent for you. Escaping bloodlines. Experiencing life one color at a time. One day I will have my own solo exhibition. Oh, that's sweet. Man. We missed out on Gala. I fucked up too many times. I hope we see him again. And Rachel. Yeah, Rachel and Henry. I hope we see them more. Dude, Aqua changed her picture! Look at that! Oh my god! She looks so good! Oh my god! Did Lua change her picture too? Oh, Freya changed hers too! That's so cute! Oh my god. Not sure whether I should thank it or not, though. Hi, Lua. Hi, Baileys. Yeah, I know. My first thought was tiefling, but then, and they clarify in the game that it's a succubus. Exactly, Straw Witch. I'm so glad. How? You first. No, you first. This is so awkward. I was just gonna ask, how are you doing? I'm fine, thanks. How about you? I'm good, yeah. Oh, this is so awkward. Oh. I think I need to order something first. Oh, of course. Go ahead. Hi, Oyster. What are you having this evening, Miss Lua? Gingerbread coffee, please. Alright, you got it. Gingerbread coffee. Let's find that. There you go. Coffee, ginger, cinnamon, brew. Gingerbread coffee. Here it is. My grandma used to make this drink for me. It reminds me so much of her. Reminds me of when I was growing up. With my family. Bringing up the family, yeah, How's work? Changing the subject. It's going pretty okay. You? I'm not taking any new jobs on at the moment because, well, you know. Yeah, I get it. You have enough in your savings, right? That's a very Lua thing to ask. But yeah, I do. Thanks to that last annoying job. It went well in the end? Kinda did. They paid me on time at least. Hey ZFB, how are you? And the pay was amazing. How long are you planning to take a break for? I don't know. Until my problems are settled, I guess. And what problems are those? I'll tell you this. But don't tell anyone, okay? Not even Oyster, who's standing in front of us? Not even Oyster. Okay. So there's this girl. I love her. We've been going out for a few years, but I'm not really sure where we stand now. How can you not be sure? We had an argument about a week ago. It wasn't anything new, but somehow things escalated uncontrollably. Why is that? I assume both of us were just tired, knowing that we're fighting against centuries of tradition. We haven't really talked since our last fight. Leaving things unresolved is not a good idea. But I can't bring myself to start the conversation. Why? Even I'm not sure about that. Pride, maybe? Or tiredness. Or knowing that chances are we won't be able to find the best solution for everyone anyway. Baileys. I have a question. Go ahead. What do you think she's feeling right now? To be honest, I don't know. She's not like me, that's for sure. Thankfully. Why? At least it won't affect her personal life that much. I'm glad I'm a freelancer. It means I can just take a break from work without so many problems. But I'm not as professional as her, you see. I think you're wrong. Really? If I were her, I would find it difficult to live life as usual. But I'd put on a lot of masks, just to hide the feelings I was going through. That sounds difficult and uncomfortable. It is. But a friend told me once, you gotta do what you gotta do. He must be a pretty cool guy. Nice callback. He is. Still awkward. What's next for us, Baileys? I don't know, Lua. I met some new people this week. Including that supermodel. You knew? That girl in the corner told me. Yeah, including that supermodel. And how does that make you feel? Like a fool? What? He said a lot of things that I've been trying to avoid thinking about. A lot of truths. He's a bit like you know? Attitude-wise. You'd get along with him. Oh yeah, a room with Hyde and Bailey's in it? Doubt it. Opposites attract, but similarity breeds contempt. Ever heard that before? A lot. From a certain hipster elf. And after listening to that guy, what's your stance on, you know, us? I'm not sure, Baileys. What about you yourself? Had any similar experiences this week? I have, in fact. You met a vampire. I met a werewolf. Huh. What are the odds? What are the odds indeed? And they were roommates. They're not really roommates. What did your werewolf say? Not much, to be honest. Yeah, this whole super indirect conversation is so fucking funny to me. But he made a good point about the importance of family. Baileys, I know I've been stubborn about you wanting to make me, or about you wanting me to make peace with with my family. And I know why that's very important to you. But Freya said something that kind of hit me hard. What was it? I was just using you as an excuse to escape my family. When I actually want to do that anyway. For myself. You know me, Baileys. I do. And you know how I feel uncomfortable with people leaving their families. Which makes me an asshole, I guess. I get why you think that way, Lua. Blood is thicker than water. What should we do? Lua... Yes, Baileys? Please let me leave my family. I'll try to get your family to accept me. That sounds like the easier thing to do, after all. But you'll lose your immortality. You'll be an outcast amongst other elves. An outcast from a bunch of overly pretentious people? Sounds great. You'll live a long time, but you won't have the perfect health and perfect life that's the elven privilege. But it's not a perfect life without you. My boy. I'm so sorry I misjudged you so early on in the game, Baileys. You're such a good guy. What if our relationship doesn't last? You'll have lost everything. You'll blame me. No, I will never blame you for anything. If we're talking about who I used to be, that guy would never have blamed himself. 100 reasons for why something failed, but never anything to do with them. But that won't happen with us. You know why? Because I've learned so many things by being with you for 10 years. It made me a better person. So you don't need to worry about any of that. Because right now, you're the most important part of my life. I don't need an immortal life. Because without you, it won't be a life worth living. Baileys. I believe in you. That was so cute! That was so cute! I feel like we're living in a soap opera or a narrative game. Seems so. So what's our plan? Tomorrow's Saturday. Are we going on a date? I'm going to my parents' place. Oh. And I want you to come with me. What? That's so sudden. Did you already have plans for tomorrow? Well, no. It's just... I'm not prepared to meet them. You'll be fine. You don't want to tell them about this first? It'll be alright. Well, they never forbade you from dating other races. They're not big fans of elves, that much is true. But you can prove them wrong. Okay. This could be a good first step. It is. It's set then. I don't know what'll happen tomorrow, but we can think about it and anything else later. I'm with you on that. So, does that mean you don't mind me? I had my doubts, but now I'm sure. I can trust you. Lua, thank you. Are you still staying at Farron's house? Yeah. You're staying with me tonight. Fuck yeah! Huh? What about your roommate? She's away for the weekend. taking a long weekend getaway until Sunday night. Wait. Lua. No. What are the chances? Was there an interaction between Lua and Aqua at any point? Was this just coincidence, or is your roommate Aqua? I forget things. Fate is on our side, it seems. Hey, Oyster. Yes? We're leaving. Thank you so much for keeping up with us this past week. Pleasure was mine. We're off then. See you. Thank you for coming. So cute. You look better. That was pretty intense. Oh, you're back in real world. I just pretend not to notice. They're like one of the main reasons why I'm writing this story. So I have to see their struggle through till the end. It's important for the writing, you know. That's cold. What? It's not like that. It's just that... Yeah, that was cold. I'm sorry. You look better than before, though. For now. I can't tell you how I feel until it's done. And I don't... Gala? Is that Gala? Gala! Ah! Whoa! Freya, get over here. This wolf? Is that him? I think so. Welcome, sir. Guys! Get him some milk! You can't treat a werewolf in a fury like a normal customer. Trust me. He must have his reasons for coming here. You can relax, sir. Do you need anything? Something to calm you down, maybe? Oh my god, just make the drink! Alright, where is it? Where? Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Wait! No! I forgot! Wait, no! Oh no! Oh no! Wait, hold on! It was with ginger. Okay. Was it this? Please? Yes! Okay, I remembered! The notes! Are you okay? Are you okay? What? What the hell? Is that really him? After seeing the reaction to the drink, 100%. Well, whoever he is. This place survived. Thankfully, yes. But I think I need to close up shop early. Don't want to cause any more ruckus. And I need to clean up some of the mess anyway. Good idea. Can you get back all right by yourself? I'll manage. Take care on your way back. You be careful too. See you tomorrow. See ya. That was wild. Oh my god. I am so glad for my physical notes. Oh my god. You know, I didn't even write that down. I just remembered that it was one of the first things I tried, but just in a different order. So I looked at my notes and I was like, okay, gala. Like, look, I have it literally written down like that. So I have it ginger, light caffeine, and milk. So I was like, okay. Tea, ginger, milk. But it wasn't in that order. It was tea, milk, ginger. Okay. So oh my god. That could have been disastrous. That could have been so disastrous. Oh my god. I didn't expect this game to pull something like that and not let me see my phone. What do you mean it wasn't? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Coachella 2020 do's and don'ts. Atlantic ambassador in talks with FIRE regarding immigration. Oh, it wasn't disastrous. Okay, good. Yes, it could have been. It could have been. Weird Sign Company criticized for unfair depictions of werewolf in their latest box office hit. Alright, we are gonna save. Because, oh look, we got this full now! Alright, anything warm and made with ginger, Metal Maiden, Full Metal Jarhead. What I'm doing with my life, trying to heal myself by helping other people heal. Aww. Holla. Yo, we still need to solve, like, Rachel and Henry. What's going on with them? Alright, but we're gonna save. That was amazing. What a way. What a way to fucking Definitely one of the movies of all time. Oh my god. I love this game so much, dude. The stories, I'm so happy for Bailey's and Blua, and for Myrtle and Aqua. They're so fucking cute together, and oh my god, and I'm so glad that we were able to help Gala. Oh my god, everything's coming up roses. And we even saw Neil today and helped Neil communicate better. Man, I know, Metal Maiden, Iron Maiden. Gala's a real one. Gala's a real one. Alright, I'm wrapping up here for today. This game is fantastic. Oh my god. I love you guys very much. I hope you all have a fantastic night, and I'll see you next time.